Jazz, after getting a chance to review yesterday's game and work process, what are your thoughts?
We had some uncharacteristic breakdowns defensively that that shouldn't have happened, and some of those led to momentum for them. So it was play here, play there. That really was kind of like the change the outcome of the game. So we just got to get tighter, in those defensive positions, and we'll be good.
It seemed like even in the game, you made some adjustments and got a little stronger in the second half. But what were some of the adjustments you were trying to make?
Myself in general?
Yeah.
Just being aggressive. I think that was the biggest thing. We started out fast, and then we made a couple subs, and we had some breakdowns and that kind of thing. We let them get back in the game at the end of the first quarter, second quarter. So we just try to make some adjustments and try to put us in the best position to win the game.
Josh, what group were you playing with today?
I was just all over.
We came in, you were out with.
Yeah. No, I think that was just different in minutes and stuff yesterday. That doesn't have any reflection on tomorrow or anything like that. It's just kind of way to rest some legs.
We heard Luke investigate say something along the lines of we have to have attention to detail. What do you think he was referring to?
Yeah, just certain aspects, especially on the defensive end. Like I think there was one play in the second quarter where went for a steal in the backcourt and they came down and Dame got fouled. Just those certain things, those uncharacteristic aspects and details that we don't teach. That when we do that, we go outside of the system. So it's stuff like that. That making sure we know the personnel that we're defending and stuff like that. So that's the attention to detail that we have to get down. I mean, we have a lot of young guys, but that's something that this whole season we really got to work with, and especially a team like the Rockets tomorrow. There's a big attention to detail game, so we just got to be dialed in.
LeBron was saying yesterday that he has patience for the team to come together, but he wants to see championship habits from everybody every day. How does he kind of set that?
He's our leader. He comes in, he's vocal. He does things by example. He doesn't just sit out. He's the best player in the world. He can sit out any drill he really wants to. But he's out there. He's competing every day. He's talking to us, making sure we're working on those championship habits. And he knows more than anybody. Those little habits that attention to detail can change an outcome of a game. It can win games. It can lose games. And things like that. So he's a vocal leader, but he goes out there and doesn't just talk. He does it by example.
Josh, in terms of the rebounding struggles, from your guys' end, the boxing out thing.
We just got to go with the ball. We got to pursue the ball. I think that's the biggest thing. We're forcing those guys into tough shots, and that we want to get out in transition. I think sometimes we tend to just kind of stay towards getting out in transition. So our biggest thing is just going to get the ball, go pursue the ball, and then once we do that, we got 8, 9 guys that can get the ball, rebound the ball, and push it. So that's the biggest thing. We just got to go pursue the ball. We got to be the mindset.
What was Kendrick's message today?
It's funny because sometimes you don't talk to other people that are at the top of their craft, and when you talk to them and you see the parallel of when he gets ready for a show, he talks about he lets all the negativity out. He doesn't party before a show. He doesn't do certain things before shows because he wants to be dialed. He wants to be focused. For him to get his message across, in that show, and people, they pay money to go see him. So you see a lot of parallels, and that was just, one of the aspects he was talking about. So
the NBA obviously allows you to interact with guys like that, but does that feel somebody you get a little sort of giddy or start?
Oh yeah, it was cool. It was definitely cool, man. I'm a kid from Silver Spring, Maryland. I mean, for me that's cool. I remember listening to music in high school and stuff like that. So for me, it was cool just to kind of see him. I don't imagine myself, 5 years 5 years ago, being in the same room as Kendrick, being in the same room as LeBron, and stuff like that. So for me, I mean, it was really neat. So I didn't think I was going to be here.
And he
Josh,
said
you
he
do
gets
something
rid
kind
of
of unorthodox on your layups for a right-handed player. Where you usually jump off with your right foot. Is that something natural? Is it intentional? And what advantage does that give you?
I mean, I've done it so much that it's natural now. Even when I don't think about it, I just do it. And I just, but it definitely, for someone who's 6'5", I'm not the most athletic on the court at all times. So it's a great way to throw the defender off, especially when able to get into their body. For shot blockers, it messes the timing off because you're used to, when you go shoot a right-hand layup, you're used to going off your left. You see the guy go off the left hand and you kind of time it better. So doing that and be able to get the body contact definitely allows me to keep them off balance and keep the timing kind of throw it off.
What'd you get from Kendrick's message?
Oh yeah, like I said, there's so many parallels between artists like Kendrick, in the music industry, and actors and stuff like that. And he just really talked, he talked about accountability. Guys that holds him accountable in his own profession, whether he's doing a show, whether he's in the booth, working on a song, working on an album. He talked about that. He talked about when he's working on the album before it comes out, like 6 months before he starts working on it, he starts getting into that mindset about how he wants the dialogue to go, how he wants the listener to react to the lines that he's saying. So stuff like that, stuff like getting, for us, obviously we're not getting in the booth and laying down some bars. I think some of us can, but it's the mindset that we have to get into. It's the mindset of doing our roles. How the sacrifice for the greater cause of the team. Those kind of things. He talked about he doesn't party before shows. Stuff like that. Stuff going out there sacrificing, holding each other accountable, and it being one team. It's not just one individual like him. He says he's one of the guys at the top of the music industry, but he's like, it's not me. It's because this guy. It's because his team. So those are some of the parallels that he talked about that obviously we'll have to switch it up a little bit, but we can really relay it to ourselves and our profession.